Righteous Bison, a secondary weapon used by the soldier in the video game Team Fortress 2, created by Valve Studios on October 10th, 2007. The Bison was added to the game on July 20th, 2011, included in the Dr. Gordbert's Victory Pack, which was a part of a larger partnership between Valve Studios and Wado Workshops, a prop design company. This pack included weapons and cosmetic items like the Cowmangler 5000, the Righteous Bison, Lord Coxswain's Pith Helmet, and Lord Coxswain's novelty Mutton Chops and Pipe. The full update added many other weapons and cosmetics as well. The description given to this weapon by the official TF2 wiki states that it is a handheld retro-futuristic ray gun, whatever that means. However, there is much more to this handheld ray gun than meets the eye, this ray gun being the Righteous Bison. First, let's check out the update history of this weapon. The July 20th, 2011 patch, Dr. Gordbert's Victory Pack update. The Righteous Bison was added to the game. Look at that. July 22nd, 2011 patch. Optimized many projectile effects related to the Righteous Bison. Added recoil, draw, crit, and reload forces for the Righteous Bison. August 2nd, 2011 patch. Fixed a crash bug related to the Righteous Bison. August 3rd, 2011 item schema update. All previous promotional Righteous Bisons are now genuine quality. In TF2, many weapons have different qualities. These qualities can range from strange, unique, collectors, and in this case, promotional and genuine. They were called promotional items as they were a part of this promotional update, giving them that label, promotional. But since the partnership would then end after the update was complete, they were then turned into genuine Righteous Bisons, which is a quality given to previously named promotional items. That update also fixed the gift-wrapped Righteous Bisons losing their genuine quality, made the genuine Righteous Bison tradable after a period of time. This is based on when the code was redeemed and works like tools bought in the Manco store. Those tools are possibly keys for cosmetic crates, which can be purchased on the Manco store as well. But along with that, observations show it takes around 5 days for a genuine Righteous Bison to become tradable, at least at that time. August 18th, 2011 patch. Added the Righteous Bison to the crafting recipe of the Machina. The Machina is, in short, a futuristic sniper rifle that was not a part of the Dr. Gordbert update. September 15th, 2011 patch. Updated the particle effects for the Righteous Bison. October 13th, 2011 patch. A lot of stuff happening here in 2011, but we're out of this year. But we're going to be out of this year right after this. The Maniversary update and sale. The Righteous Bison was updated to use the buff banner taunt animation. Now, there are 3 undocumented updates coming up right here, those being on January 11th, 2012, November 12th, 2013, and March 12th, 2015, all 3 being included in patches. The first of these undocumented patches is, well, about the Righteous Bison. The Righteous Bison was added to the crafting blueprint for the Thompson 6000, which you can see on screen. It's another one of those futuristic weapons that was added in the Dr. Gordbert's Victory Pack, or rather, the entire update, because there was one specific pack that involved the Righteous Bison, but there was a much larger update that had occurred after. Here's the second one. November 12th. Added the collector's quality to the Righteous Bison. As I talked about before, there was all kinds of different qualities that weapons can have. And as our last undocumented patch for this section, added the strange quality to the Righteous Bison on March 12th, 2015. On to the next patch. July 3rd, 2015. Fixed drop energy weapons not being able to fire after being picked up. July 7th, 2016 patch number 1. The first fix to the Righteous Bison in relation to the Meet Your Match update. fixed a bug causing players to be hit by the same projectile multiple times, causing the damage dealt to vary wildly. Per shot damage has been increased to compensate, resulting in slightly more damage on average. Point-blank range shots dealing 54 damage, previously 20 to 80, and maximum range shots dealing 24 damage, previously 14 to 26. Slow the projectile down by 30%. Yeesh. Projectile damage is reduced by 25% for each enemy penetrated, and updated the projectile impact sound. The Meet Your Match update has had a lot of controversy around it for other reasons, but this right here was a big issue for the Bison back in its heyday. As we can see, its damage has been greatly reduced. Even though it might not have been previously consistent, it was still able to rack up an incredibly high amount of damage. However, now its damage is reduced greatly. Reduced by 25% after each enemy is penetrated. And that's kind of this weapon's whole gimmick, is penetrating enemies. But let's move on. July 8th, 2016 patch number 2. There's a second patch from the Meet Your Match update. Fixed a dedicated server crash caused by projectiles from the Righteous Bison. I don't know how that happens, but thankfully it's fixed. August 16th, 2016 patch. Fixed an issue with the Righteous Bison's hit detection where projectiles were being removed when colliding with invisible entities. Fixed the Righteous Bison projectiles colliding with, but not impacting on some doors. Example, the blue spawn door of CP_Mountain Lab. October 20th, 2017. The Jungle Inferno update. This was the last major update. There hasn't been one since 2017. Jeez. Alright. Let's go over what happened here. This weapon has been reverted to its previous design. It's referencing the Meet Your Match changes. The changed attributes are deals 20 damage per tick. Projectiles are no longer limited on the number of times they can hit the same target, and the projectile velocity has been increased to 1,200 hammer units. Hammer units is essentially the speed at which things move in, like, computer distance? Not computer distance, but kind of three-dimensional distance. Here's our next patch, a 1 year later. March 28th, 2018 patch number 1. Fixed the projectile from the Righteous Bison pushing players around. So apparently, it had not knockback for a little bit. Interesting. And here is our last patch. November 15th, 2021. Fixed the Dragon's Fury, Short Circuit, and TF_projectile_energy_ring, that probably being the energy ball shot from the Short Circuit, projectiles colliding with funk_load entities. Okay. The Bison looks pretty good update-wise, but it might be pretty confusing as to what exactly happened to this weapon. But it does seem to be fully fleshed out and ready to use. If you thought that, however, you would sadly be incorrect. During the aforementioned Jungle Inferno update, the Bison was reportedly reverted to its original state, as the particles and how they worked had been changed during the update, as the update was related towards a fire-based class, which it doesn't seem like there would be any correlation between the Bison and this fire-related class, and their primary weapon being a flamethrower. However, for some odd reason, the Bison previously used flame particles for its laser beam. This is some pretty crazy stuff. But it doesn't use those anymore. It's got its own hitboxes now. Sadly, the issue with the Righteous Bison, that being the Bison's hitboxes not matching with the projectile and not connecting with the enemy properly, was not fixed. Here is a clip from a video made by popular TF2 YouTuber Soundsmith on what has actually happened to the Bison during the Jungle Inferno update and previous updates.
In the Bison's current state, in the same conditions, you can only get up to 3. This is, in theory, a 40% damage reduction from the pre-Meet Your Match Bison, and that's really, really bad.
Now that we understand what the Bison is and how it ended up this way, the real question is, how do we use this thing properly? With all the issues that have come with it, and all the glitches and improper coding and whatnot that has caused this thing to become such a terrible, terrible device, what are we supposed to do? Well, I might have found the secret to using this particle smasher. Stay tuned for the next video where I go over how to use this fictional laser pistol. See you next time.